Hey y'all, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. In my kitchen tonight, I am gonna do a sweet and savory chicken tender dish. I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that. These chicken tenders, I got at Food Line for $9.87. Everything's expensive these days, but if I can feed a family of 3 and 2 men in that equation, I think I'm doing pretty good with $9.87. Anyway, I'm gonna put my asparagus in the oven first. So I've got it washed and clipped. And I'm going to clipped off the ends of it about inch up. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil. I've got my oven on 375 for the chicken. So I'm gonna put the asparagus in first. I'm gonna use some Montreal chicken seasoning for the asparagus. It's really good. It's just a good blend. You can use whatever you like. Some people like salt, pepper. Some people like garlic powder. But we like either the Montreal steak or the Montreal chicken. So this is going into the 375-degree oven. Let me put that in. And then I'll get my chicken together. Now what I'm going to start out with my chicken is a dry rub. It's going to start with, excuse me, cookies in the kitchen. No, you're not getting up here. It's going to start with Splenda brown sugar, okay? I'm going to put about half a cup or so. No, ma'am. You're not jumping up here. About I don't know, 3/4 a cup. Just eyeball them out. Okay, I'm going to put some salt and pepper in this. You know, when you make a dry rub, lots of times it turns out a little different every time. Keeps the family happy. A little spark in their meal. I'm gonna put some black pepper. I'm also gonna put some onion powder. About a half a teaspoon. Some garlic powder. Again, about a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon, to your liking. And I have one other thing, some chili powder. That gives it a little bit of heat without giving it a lot of heat, if you know what I mean. It's got a little bit of a zip to it, but doesn't have a lot of heat. I'm gonna sprinkle about a teaspoon of that as well. I'm gonna give this a stir. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dredge. I need to make myself some room. I'm gonna dredge my chicken in this, put it on a roasting pan that I have already lined with aluminum foil. That's the kind that you cook on. Non-stick aluminum foil is what I was trying to say. And I had to piece it together because I ran out on one and had to open up a new one. Okay, let me open up this as well. I'm gonna wrap these in bacon. You don't have to wrap them. I just thought I would wrap them tonight. I haven't done that in a while. And you know how it is when you're cooking. You want to do something a little different once in a while. No, ma'am. You cannot get up here. Okay. Let me just open that bacon and have it ready. Because I am going to use a couple of pieces of that. Let's dredge the chicken first. So I'm literally just gonna press it down into this mixture. Get my spoon out of the way. Make sure it's dredged. I'm gonna lay it on this pan. This is a really easy one, and you can make dry rubs any way you want to. And I get inspired by different things. I did a pork tenderloin or a pork loin last week. There's a video on the page if you didn't see it. And it was, one of the viewers had recommended that I use brown sugar and applesauce, and it was delicious. So I thought today, you know, I can use that brown sugar sweet and savory recipe for these chicken tenders for something a little different. And I'm gonna put mine in the oven, 375. It usually takes, I don't know, between 25 and 35 minutes, depending on how your oven cooks. How fast or how slow. Is that one whole piece? Let's tear that bad boy in two. Come on. Oh, come on. There we go. I like for them to be about the same size so they cook evenly. My oven is ready. I mean, there's 1,000 ways to do chicken, I feel like. People do chicken all kinds of different ways. This way, I definitely know my family likes it because we've done it before. And they will eat it and be happy about it. And that makes me happy if they're happy about what they're eating. So I have baked baking potatoes in the air fryer on 450 for an hour. They're pretty big. So we're gonna have a baked potato and asparagus. And actually I will probably need to make my hubs a salad. He is not a huge fan of asparagus roasted. He will eat it, but when he comes in late and I have to rewarm it, he's like, I don't really love it rewarmed. So that's why I'll probably make him a salad. Let me make some room here. All right, and those 2 pieces I tore off, I'm gonna put them on there too. I won't wrap them in bacon, however, because they broke in 2. Okay. All right, done with that. Let me give my hands a wash. Yep, we gotta wash our hands after we handle chicken cooking. That's right. Okay. All right, I'm gonna turn this around so I can reach this a little better. And I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, get back, 12, 14. All right, so I need 7 pieces of bacon, and I'm gonna cut them in 2. There's 3. Let me slide this over a little bit. Get down. I know you are dying to know what's going on up here. She's nosy, y'all. She doesn't get fed from the table unless something just drops off. She is fed dog food. Okay, I'm gonna take this bacon and I am going to wrap just a half a piece of bacon around these chicken tenders. Tuck it down under there. Just a little bit of bacon. I love bacon. I could eat bacon every meal. Of course, that's not healthy, so I do it sparingly. But on these chicken tenders, it'll make them so good and give it a salty bacon finish. It doesn't have to be pretty, especially when I'm just cooking for the fam. They don't care. They're men. They just want to have food on the table. No, 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 ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I try to feed Cookie about the same time we eat, then she's not begging at our feet for food. Doesn't always work out. It's kind of like having a toddler that you're feeding. Ain't that right, girl? She's not quite as spunky this afternoon. She was spayed yesterday. And so here our vet has a female dog stay overnight. So I just picked her up today. So she's still a little bit, I don't know, not quite herself. She's got an incision that we're gonna have to keep clean and make sure nothing gets infected and all that good stuff. So yeah, have a little surgical procedure. All right, there should be, okay, I have one piece left. So I'm gonna just, since I've had my hands on it, I'm just gonna wrap this little piece right here. And then I'm gonna give my hands a wash and into a 375-degree oven, like I said, between 25 and 30 minutes, I'm guessing. I'll have to eyeball it because I don't want it to be too dry. But that is what I'm having tonight in my kitchen. Sweet and savory chicken tenders, asparagus roasted, baked potatoes, and a salad for the hubs. Dinner prep, y'all. That's what I'm doing tonight. I'll show a picture at the beginning of the video of the chicken, and maybe a plated up version will be in the comments. So check that out. Like, share, and comment. And thanks for always tuning in, cooking, cutting up. See y'all. Watch out, pumpkin pie.